Happy Valentine's Day! Today we're talking clean Catholic romances. So we get asked quite often if we can recommend this type of book because not all romances are created equal.
And we do enjoy the genre quite a lot, but we will very easily DNF a romance book if it is trashy or has bad morals.
Happily though, there are quite a few that fall into that clean romance genre, and these are books that we've read and enjoyed ourselves. And a couple of them we haven't read, but they were highly recommended to us.
So we've got our decorations, we've got coffee, we've got chocolate. We are all set, so let's get started.
We're starting today with clean historical fiction romances, and we have a series for that written by Catholic author Amanda Lauer, and these are set in and around the Civil War.
The first book is A World Such as Heaven Intended, which follows Amara McKiernan, who is working with one of the local doctors, and she is helping take care of a wounded soldier named Nathan Simmons. And then you see what happens from there.
We're not going to give away any spoilers, but the books are full of fascinating detail about life during the Civil War, and especially what life was like for Catholics during the Civil War.
And you can read the books as standalone titles, but we do think it is worthwhile to read them in order because past characters come back and the books are all slightly interconnected.
And we do like the covers for this series. We think that they're just really pretty, like feminine but striking also. And we also think that this series is really good for your teenage romance lovers, your high schoolers, your middle schoolers, because these are just really sweet stories and there's nothing in them that you have to worry about. You can easily just hand them off to your younger readers.
So the other series is the Casa Chronicles by Liz Galvano. You have heard me talk about this series on the channel before, and you know that we like it very much.
So this one is set in Messina, Sicily. It starts in 1908 and then it goes all the way through in the series to World War II.
And it follows Dr. Lucy James. She's a young American doctor who is going overseas to help the earthquake victims in Messina, Italy, from the very massive earthquake that struck there in December of 1908.
So I like the first book in the series a lot because it has a lot of medical detail, and that's my thing, so I like that one.
And I really liked the third book, which is the World War II book. Lots of crazy details about the war. And of course, all three of the books have a romance backdrop that's a lot of fun to read about.
If you like your romance with a side of mystery, then we have this one, Don't You Forget About Me, a novel by Erin McColl Cupp, which was recently recommended to us by one of our librarians at church.
So it follows the main character, who is a fallen away Catholic and who writes children's books. And she has to team up with a doctor that she knew in high school to solve a murder and a medical mystery that is plaguing the town.
So I've just recently started this. I'm about maybe a quarter way through, and it is very interesting, and I'm very curious to see how it all plays out.
Next is one that we just recently read and reviewed, and that is Lioness Lost by Susan Brinkman. And this is another murder mystery romance, but it actually has romance going on at two different levels.
Yeah, and we don't have it with us here today because we actually swapped it with the church librarian. We gave her that one and she gave us this one. But it has a present line romance. Ariella Ward is solving a murder mystery with the help of a handsome FBI agent, and then it has a past romance with one of her relatives.
And so this series is brand new, so this romance story is still ongoing, but the main point of this series is to teach about the dangers of the New Age movement. So this is probably best for your older teen readers and your adults. Now, if you like romance with some fairy tale sprinkled in, then we can recommend the Regina Doman fairy tale series, the first book being The Shadow of the Bear.
So we enjoyed this 3-book series. It starts with Rose and Blanche. They're sisters. They have moved to New York City and they immediately meet a mysterious young man.
So they have to figure out, is he dangerous? Why is he here? What's going on? So there's lots of action and mystery and romance, all with the Catholic faith sprinkled in.
This series is based on fairy tales, but these are modern characters with modern problems, so we did enjoy reading the whole series.
Now moving into some romantic comedies. This one was just recently published, Love in the Eternal City by Rebecca Martin, which we haven't read yet, but it has really great reviews.
So we've been thinking we might need to buy this one for the church library because it's about the Swiss Guards, right? Church history. So again, we haven't read it, but if you've read it, let us know down in the comments what you think. Should we add it to our library?
Another one that we just finished is A Very Chapel Falls Christmas by Amanda Lauer, which is a fun Christmas rom-com.
So in this one, the main character, Noelle, meets up with her ex-fiance, Nick, when they both spend Christmas in Chapel Falls. So Noelle has moved there permanently, and Nick is there just kind of temporarily, maybe permanently. He's kind of at an in-between point of his famous music career, so he's weighing his options.
And there are a lot of fun Christmas events going on in the town to read about. Plus, Nick is originally from Alaska, so we get to learn a lot about the different Inuit instruments and music.
So there's a lot to love about this book, and it's a super fun holiday romance read. And then last, we wanted to mention that over at Catholic Teen Books, the Catholic authors have a wonderful selection of books, and some of them are romances, but all of them are great for your Catholic teens, and I have enjoyed them as an adult, and you probably would too.
So one of our favorite romances has been Playing by Heart by Carmela Martino. I've read this book multiple times, and it's just a wonderful blend of romance and music. And if you go to the Catholic Teen Books website, they have a whole section where they've listed all of their different romance books. So this is a great place to look.
And then I want to put in a plug for one of my favorite series from the Catholic Teen Book authors, and it's Teresa Linden's The West Brothers series. I think these aren't classical romances, but I think that this whole series is a love story. The love story of the West family falling in love with the Catholic faith. Now, throughout the whole series, you also have other characters, they're falling in love and growing up and getting married and doing all kinds of things. So I think this is a not to be missed series, so I can't end this video without talking about it.
All right, so let us know down in the comments if you have any other Catholic romances to add to this list.
So we hope you have a very wonderful Valentine's Day. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.